it's great to witness that I could just make music and boom, the world decides what it is and then it becomes a movement. Hi, I'm Omah Lay and this is Billboard News.
Hey, it's Tetris with Billboard News and I'm hanging out with Omah Lay. How's it going, my man?
I'm good, it's going well. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I got to tell you, congrats on the new single, Moving. Tell me about this song and what was the inspiration behind it?
Moving is the second single off of my next project. It was all inspired by moving to a new place. I actually have not been spending a lot of time in Lagos recently. I've been spending a lot of time in London, especially making the album. It's just a new environment, being able to move from one place to another to be uplifted.
And then tell me about the music video for the song. How involved are you in the visuals and what kind of story did you want to tell?
I mean, recently I've been emphasizing on telling the story of my music through the music videos. For Moving, I am telling the story of how illegal immigrants travel to Europe through the desert, through Sahara. There's a thing about Nigerians from Edo traveling, trying to get to Europe illegally and going through the desert, and a lot of them don't make it through and stuff. So yeah, that was just the story. That was what inspired the video for Moving.
Wow, man, that's incredible, and I like that you're able to take kind of your life experience and apply it with something else that's from your region that kind of can give you that
I think it
storytelling.
is, if it is something, it is story of the whole world. Like me, also having a Nigerian passport is very difficult traveling, where it's like I'm just looking for peace, I'm looking for a place to call. Of course I have my home, but like, you know, I'm just looking for that place to like feel accepted and stuff, because home is really bad where we can't stay at home and like enjoy the common things that is being provided by even God, by nature, which is like what? Being able to live freely is difficult in Lagos. So I feel like I'm telling the story of the whole world, where everybody's looking for some place to find peace of mind, some place to just call home and feel relaxed.
Well, I love that you say story of the world, because I feel like even myself as like an ignorant American sometimes, it's like, it feels like something that we're dealing with here, but then you see what's happening in the UK, you see what's happening across the world, that migrating is a problem everywhere or an issue, when really we're just trying to find peace.
Yeah, actually the main inspiration behind the video was my friend, aka Goodwill. He actually went through that route to get to Russia, and the story is just too much, and I just thought I should tell the story one way or the other. So when I made Moving, it just felt like the right song to talk about how people all over the world suffer to find a home.
My darling, I believe in real life. Time is to have fun. Let's take this time to get high.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to take that inspiration and use it in your visuals. And now this is, as you said, the second single from Clarity of Mind. So what do you feel like this is leading you into or leading fans into with the entire body of work?
The entire body of work has been it's just about freedom. I feel like that has been the essence of my music all along. I mean, freedom in every sense, but mostly in the sense of just finding that space where I just feel free enough to express, free enough to create without caring about what you think or what he think about my art. That's been mostly about it with my music. Just freedom to be a person, freedom to just live life and enjoy what it is.
And now that you kind of have that freedom and you've made the project, do you feel like this is a new Omah Lay that you're introducing to your fans, different from your debut project?
It is still the same Omah Lay that everybody knows. It's the same me. Of course, there's always something new. I'm finding myself, and I know that is the same thing for everybody out there listening. Everybody's discovering who they are every day. So it's almost new for everybody. Everybody's new every day. But this is the same me, just documenting my story, my life through my music. You know.
And going back in your story a little bit, Boy Alone obviously was an incredibly huge project for you. Is there anything that you feel like you learned in the Boy Alone era that you're applying to your life now?
Of course, there's a lot I learned through making that project. I actually grew up making that project. I feel like I found my purpose making Boy Alone. I feel like I also just learned to throw away shame and embrace who exactly I am, and just like I feel like I learned how to be free making Boy Alone.
Take these friends away.
With that album being such a huge moment, obviously you had such a glow in your career during that time period. What was it like to live through that time? Was it like, oh, like I knew this was coming, or this project felt special to you, that you kind of felt that energy?
What it was living through that time was just finding a way to actually believe who I am. Just like look at people in the face and see the doubt and still believe that, oh, he doubts me, but I am still the greatest. You know what I mean? My personality was shaking. I didn't know what to believe. Living through that time was a bit of what for me. It was very complicated because I was just looking for evidences to believe that I am great. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like everybody goes through that, a bit of like imposter syndrome as well. I feel like most people
That's what
like,
it's called, right?
Am I really this person? Like,
yeah,
you know, do I deserve these things?
But I finally made it out of Boy Alone, out of the Boy Alone era, and then there's something I just needed to I need to address. You know, I have always just left the fans, my fans, and the listeners, because I know there are listeners and there are fans. I have my fans and I have the listeners who just listen, you know.
Right.
I can't lie about that. But I've always left my fans and the listeners to decide who I am through what they listen from the lyrics. And so every time I look at them in the eyes, I see them thinking that I am just a sad boy who is depressed and looking for happiness and stuff. Yes, I am, fact. But just because I have given you music for this long, music that have made you feel like this, don't expect that from me every day. It's a new day, it's a new person. The same person, but a new day. I need you guys to be open-minded and just enjoy whatever comes, knowing that it is Omah Lay and it's a new day.
Well, I mean, some people have literally referred to your music as afro-depression.
I love it.
And I do think, I'm like, that is a cool way to describe, you know, your sound.
I definitely love it.
But do you feel like there's a pressure from that? Because like you said,
oh no, there's no pressure.
Think...
There's definitely no pressure. I love that I started a new movement. Like my music started something new that I didn't even have to come out to tell people that my music is afro-depression. They made it up, my fans made it up. They listened to the music and it told them the whole thing. Like I didn't have to come and explain as much as everybody do when they come out and begin to explain this, that. The fans decided, my fans decided what it was just by listening to the music. It was self-explanatory. It's great to witness that I could just make music and boom, and the world decides what it is, and then it becomes a movement. The artists coming from Nigeria right now, not just Nigeria, Afrobeats in general, it's everybody taking a bit of my stuff, the stuff that I started. It's everybody trying to copy something. That's what do you call that?
I mean, I feel like that's inspirational though. Like they're inspired by you, and that's a good thing.
It's a new movement. It's something I'm very grateful to be the leader of.
I don't know what's over me. I'm overthinking everything.
How is it to perform that kind of music live? Like when you're going through like more personal issues, afro-depression, if you will, and then you have to get on stage and then convey that to an audience.
They love it. My fans love it.
Is it difficult for you?
No, it's not. It's beautiful to see that my story, hundreds of thousands of millions of people are dancing to my stories. They understand it. Like, I don't come out to say this is what it is. I just make music and they all understand and dance to it. It's not difficult. It's very beautiful to see.
I mean, it's got to be beautiful for them to probably come up to you.
Yeah, of course, standing on the stage and just seeing the whole world dance to this thing that I made, it's amazing.
And then do you have fans that come up to you and tell you their stories and be like, this song means
that's,
this to me?
That's my favorite part of making music. That's my favorite part of being an artist. Just hearing people tell me how much my lyrics mean to them and how my music changed their life and how they were going through this and that, and then my music held them through. That's better than any plaque that I can ever receive.
Yeah, that's really dope, man. You've worked with some really cool people. You know, Justin Bieber, Tyla. How has it been to see like her glow up? Obviously, Tyla's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful to watch her start from, I mean, where she started from. Yeah, I'm very happy for her.
And attention with Justin Bieber, how did that come about?
That was also a moment of my life that I just can never forget. Justin has been my guy since when, and up to today we still like talk. And
is there anybody you can tease with us that's going to be on Clarity of Mind?
Nah, nobody.
Okay.
Nah, nobody.
I just wanted to check. I have to ask. I have to do my job. And then let's talk a little bit about your moving around, man. So you went from Nigeria to London. So has that had an effect on your music at all, being in London?
I have just been spending a lot of time in London recently. But yeah, the energy in general is It's amazing. The London energy. I went to London because I wanted to create. Just staying in Lagos is like, it's like doing the same thing over and over again. You definitely need to like just wake up and see a bunch of new people to be able to do a bunch of new stuffs. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've just been spending more time in London, and I made this whole album on the road and mostly in London, a bit of Lagos, but yeah.
Well, you're talking about discovering new things, but I know you also need your Nigerian culture. So what have you found in London? Have you found a good spot? Like, do you got to go to Nigerian food place?
Viva, Uber Eats. It's 3 p.m.
He's like Uber Eats again.
3 p.m. Viva in London. Those are my favorite. Everything I eat is from them.
Well, lastly, as Clarity of Mind is coming out, you know, obviously Afrobeats has become this huge, huge movement. How is it to be a part of the movement, and what do you think of where it is right now?
I don't think that I'm very happy with what the pioneers of Afrobeats are doing right now, what we, the pioneers of Afrobeats, are doing right now. I'm very happy with the global success of Afrobeats, but we, the front guys of Afrobeats, we're just washing the whole thing down by just chasing the bag and just looking for the next quick fix, and which is like what? Yeah, it's now amapiano in Afrobeat clubs and Afrobeat shows and stuff, more than Afrobeat itself. I can't remember the last time like I heard a very proper Afrobeat song by an Afrobeat artist. It's been like what, 1 year now?
You say that, and that even just made me want to ask you, like, how do you feel when like other cultures are like also participating in Afrobeats? I've seen like K-pop groups even now doing.
No,
Afrobeat
I
songs.
definitely love, that's Afrobeats to the world, isn't it? That's what Afrobeat to the world is, like just export the sound so much where everybody can jump on it and enjoy it. But like we that are from Nigeria, specifically from the Afrobeats hub, we that are from the Fela Kuti, the High Life, Osadebe, Celestino cool people that started this whole Afrobeat thing, we are being lost by the people that are dancing to it. Where I think what is mostly stuck in our heads when we're making this music is the festival and the white people jumping around and enjoying the Afrobeat. I think that's what is stuck in our head, which is basically the bag. I'm included. And then we care so little about the art. We care so little about Afrobeat, where it's like what you can see that it's been a minute since there's been an Afrobeat record that did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that, you know, someone genuine like you really is, you know, doing a great thing for the genre. So I'm glad that you're able to tell your story.
No, thank you.
Of course, man.
I definitely care about art. I definitely care about it. It's what has brought me this far. It's what has brought Afrobeat this far.
Well, congrats on moving, man, and we're excited for Clarity of Mind.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for having me today, man.
Absolutely.